Got a couple of viewers watching in for tonight's race in the AM1 division. So we've just got a couple of minutes before qualifying starts. So just for the guys that watch, guys and girls that watch this a little bit later, hopefully if we get a couple more viewers, it'll be good. Just want to do a bit of a shout out just before these guys take off. Bit of a shout out to JJ Penguin for all the hard work that he's put into ACC and Bruce's 1 year's anniversary of the ACC League. So the Bruce community has been going for 10 years or more, which is good. The other shout out I want to put is to Daniel Lenny Dog. He's a big fan of Baradog. He's not racing tonight, he was in the Pro League last week, so Lenny Dog, mate, you're going to have to be Dad's #1 fan tonight, so I need your support. Thank you, buddy, love ya. Alrighty. Let's just have a look, it's just coming through here with Big Les Gaming. Is just, it's really important, guys. It takes a couple of laps of the tyres to get up to temperatures. So what you don't want to do is go out onto the grass and get the tyres dirty, and yeah, it just sets you back a little bit for when you want to try and put down a hot lap. Looks like nearly everyone else is out. We've got a field at 15, which is good. Good numbers, good to see. I'll just jump on board with Shamrock. Looks like he's about to come in for start his hot lap here and first of his quick laps. Coming into Old Hall corner. This is a good corner, this one. You've got to keep it nice and tight, but there's just a little bump there on the right. You've got to stay on the curving there and hold it out tight. Down the avenue into the Cascades. This is a position yourself in the centre of the track here. Just hold it in nice and tight on the lakeside and right straight through that corner. Island bend. Get off the throttle just now. Post in, let it grip up. Back on the throttle again, and then double apex this corner. A little bit bumpy on the inside there, so you've got to be really careful. Coming up into the Britons, this is a tricky one. You've got to brake in straight line, get off the brakes and get back on again and drive out. Up into the high spots and difficult corner. This is the tough one, so up to the left, let's lift and coast into this corner with the bumps there on the right. Keep it in nice and tight on the left, around Druid's corner. So this is a double apex corner, this one, so tricky. You've got to turn in nice and early and get it in there nice and tight, so get some really good corner extra speed down at Warwick Bridge and on the brakes nice and hard in the lodged corner. So Shamrock's had a pretty clean lap here so far, so we'll just see what he puts down as a good time. So 35.8, it's not too bad for a gear change. Let's see what else we've got down here. We've got Minardi and Mercedes. Well, two cars just dropped to 135.154. Just have a look through, wait for the camera to catch up. Just coming down through Lakeside, keeping it nice and tight. Yeah, Oulton Park, it's a tricky track, this one. It's been around for a long time. A bit of a fun fact for you guys, but in 1954, Sterling Moss between the years of 1954 and 1961, won 5 times in Formula 1 non-World Championship races, so the track's been around for a long time. It actually raced this track last Tuesday night in the Pro League in the Porsche. So big shout out to BHR Racing there as well. We had Slambo in pole position with River second position, and myself, Adman 72 in third position. But, I think it's definitely a track that's good for the Porsche, and the Bentley's certainly quick around here as well. So I know in the Pro League last week we certainly up the front, BHR and P&L and ICR Racing with Vic Chan and a few of the other guys there as well. So yeah, it was good fun. Hard work by the end of it. Yeah, just definitely needed, probably took me a good couple of hours to settle down. So let's just jump on board with who else we got here. So we've got Big Les game. The BMW is coming through, so that's a good effort actually in the BMW. I'm not sure of how many of you guys have actually driven the BMW, but drove the BMW in the first season I did win in ACC and with BHR racing, and I've got to tell you, I love the car, I love the sound, but man, oversteer and understeer is just crazy. Hard to actually put down a really good lap. So for Big Les Gaming to get into the 35s and a decent 35, that's a really good effort. We've got Pesky 1, P&L. It's up in a 4th position there, and Interludes in the 5th. Fubble Trouble. Oh, there goes Big Les. Fubble Trouble, who started last Tuesday in the Pro League, unfortunately dropped out of the server. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but he's got his opportunity to wear his badge with pride on his sleeve tonight for Serbian Acoustic Racing. So big shout out to the sponsors too. So we've got Pagny and Level Racing, Next Level Racing, Games and Racing Team, Serbian Acoustic Racing and Ignition Controls Racing, and then remembering Bruce Hale Racing as well. So just go through and have a look at Fubble. He's just keeping it nice and tight there. We've got Minardi Burger 1, number 5. He's in the Mercedes. Oh, he's got the race livery on there, so it looks quite nice. TT Racing in the McLaren. It's a tough track in the McLaren actually. There's a lot of bumps, so I don't know if any of you guys jumped on board with Vic Chan last week, but because I don't reckon there wasn't a corner that he went around that he wasn't actually following that car out on the tarmac there. So I have no doubt he would have had some moments. So, but we know Vic, he's a bloody champion racer and always on the edge. So we got Andy, Bruce Hale Racing, number 148 in the Bentley, just taking a few of the corners there. jump on board with Exploder for a second. Ignition controls, racing. Yeah, this track, guys, it's definitely one of those tracks where you need to have some spare time to be able to, you know, put some laps down and just learn the track, so that every lap, every turning point, every braking point, it just becomes a creature of habit. And when you don't have the time, if it's like we know with John O'Stan, it's a arrive and drive, who does very well, mind you, and he's out tonight actually. He's just messaged before and said that he's got a broken spring in his pedals, so unfortunately John O'Stan can't get on and race tonight, so it's a bit of disappointment for himself. But yeah, if you don't get the time to do the practice, it is a tough track. We've got Bones for Selby Cusick Racing. Also got Dazza in the Ferrari, and Seb in the Ferrari as well. They haven't actually posted the time yet, so hopefully these guys, we might just jump on board with Daz as he goes around. Yeah, the Ferrari, they shook sound of this thing with the exhaust crackling. It's unbelievable. I know when you watch it on TV and it sounds great, but last Tuesday night when I was in the pits in River, left the pits and just nailed it. The sound that echoes through is amazing. So, but he makes a hands on the back of your neck stand up. Let's see if what Dazza can do here. Let's go, Daz. It's on the brakes nice and early, mate. Just tip it in. There's a little bump there on the right. It's gone a little bit wide. A bit of oversteer. Just unsettles the car a little bit. Yeah, it's just coming down the avenue of the Cascades. It's so important. There's a big bump just before port entry. You just want to try and get on the brake before you get in there and tip the car in. Yeah, that little curve there, they'll settle his car a bit. Handle that alright. Well done. The throttle control. See there, sorry guys. Okay, bad like Daz. You got another opportunity, mate. Just try and hold the lap together and we've still got Stu Car sitting up there in pole position, 134.1. It's a very respectable time. You got the guys in Pro League last Tuesday in the low 33s. You know, to be honest, the times that these guys are doing across all the leagues is pretty close. So I know with myself transitioning over from Project Cars 2 into ACC, very difficult to try and, I found myself actually personally, but it took a couple of months to get used to it. But it's just the technical side of ACC and the setups, and thank God we only raced every fortnight. I need that 14 days just to learn my setups. One of the biggest tricks I think I found with car setup is tyre pressures and the fine tuning of tyre pressures. So super critical to get it right, that the tyres actually work for you at the right time, otherwise it just gets messy. So we've just got a couple of guys out there still, but we've got Stu Carr, Pesky, position 2, 0.7 behind Stu, so well done Pesky and Shamrock. Big Les Gaming in position 4 so far. That looks like that's what it is, guys. So, shoot. Oh, who we got coming through? Oh, yeah. So, Shoe Car position 1. Pesky number 2. Shamrock 3. Big Les Gaming 4. Minardi Burger 5th. Enter 6, Fubble Trouble in 7th position, Psycho in 8th, Inti in 9th, Andy in 10th, TT 11th, Exploded position 12, with Bones, Lightning, Daz and Seb making up through the field. So unfortunately it doesn't look like Daz and Seb have actually put a time down there, so just got a couple of minutes before race starts. Just just an FYI, guys. So for the guys that are in with the ACC, this coming Thursday night, we've actually got a fun race for the Push Cup coming up. So at this stage, I think that it might be raced at Imola, however you say it. Just jump through into Discord there and jump on the series prep race section, and just log your interest to participate in that race. I don't know if you guys have actually driven the Porsche Cup, but that's a crazy car. Yeah, no traction control, very soft suspension. Very soft suspension, just very loose car, but wow, I can tell you from experience it is a very good car and fun car to drive. Alrighty, so basically at this point, as you'll see, the cars are on the grid, but a lot of the guys will be back in the setup there, and probably like myself, you spend 14 days doing a setup and you finally get one and you sit on it for 5 days, and come race night you then start to make changes. I try not to do that, but yeah, it just happens unfortunately. I think it's just nerves. So we've got a good mix there, guys. BHR and P&L front row, SAR, and then Gameson's Racing in the next. And so it's good to see that there's a good even spread of the teams to be where they are. So a couple of boys talking there with each other, probably got no idea that I'm actually commentating this race, so maybe when they watch the replay.
30 seconds. 20 seconds.
Definitely don't want to do that, but it is on the card, so just make sure that spatial awareness for these guys.
10 seconds.
Special awareness for these guys is spatial awareness is really important to know your lines and when to turn in, especially when it's off the start and it's very close like this. So I can imagine the nerves are up right now and blood's flowing. It was for me last week, but thankfully tonight I've been given the opportunity to do a broadcast and commentary for the first time. So certainly look forward to any feedback that might come my way. Thankfully, the lovely wife, Kimbo, she got me a nice bottle of red wine tonight just to ease the nerves a little bit. She actually did say though, recommended that probably should have a bottle of water next to me as well, which is probably not a bad thing. So you get a dry throat talking like this, so better to lube it with some water versus red wine. Alrighty, so at this point the guys are just going to try and get as much heat as they can into their tyres. This race starts at about 31 degrees, I think, track temperature, and as it goes on, it actually does drop right off in track temperature. So definitely much around with tyre pressures. So tyre pressures come down. There's a few ways to work with that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I know for myself last week I went out heavy with fuel and thought I'd try and just save my tyres a little bit, but whether that was the right decision or not, I'm not sure. But I think by about lap 5 I was probably about 14 or 15 seconds behind River and Slambo, so probably wasn't the right decision. But anyway, we still came home with some good points, which was good. There's a big shout out to our friend Juzzy too, who was commentating there with Cray in the main commentary box. So he's got some pretty big shifts going on with work, so we're all here to help and support each other. That's what we do. As the guys are lining up together, double formation. We'll just stick with Stu Car for the start, and hopefully we get a nice clean
green light. Go.
Green, and off we go. All wet, so Pesky's just edge forward side. Just, yep, tucked in nicely in there behind Stu. Well done. Oh, Big Les has got a little bit wobbly. Hopefully he's held it up. Just looking at the track map there, looks like all the cars have got through, so again another example of excellence with the guys and behaviour. So this next corner around Island Bend is a difficult one on the first lap because your tyres aren't up to temperature yet. Looks like everyone's up there quite nicely. Let's just jump on with Fubbles. Mid pack. Bentley. I've got a spinner at the back. Not sure who that is yet. Is that Seb? No, he's up there. We've got Big Les has gathered himself back up again. Sitting in behind Minardi. It generally takes a couple of laps before the field just actually starts to spread out a little bit. Pesky and Shamrock. So these guys are all pretty close. So Shukar, where's Shukar gone? Oh, it's, where is Shukar gone? Well, it looks like she's had a bit of an oopsie there. Not sure what's happened there exactly, unfortunately. So that's okay. He's just got to just settle down a little bit and nice and tidy with Fumble Trouble. This should be interesting. Oh, yep, nice. It's made the pass. Tied it nice and tight. You got Incy in there too. Wow. I'll just jump on board with Incy for a second. How cool does this car sound? Oh, it's just got a little bit wide there. That's all it takes. You just drop a little bit wide, and as you can see, Fubble's just driven away, unfortunately. But hopefully, Incy can gather himself up again and hit these double apexes. So through Drill's corner nicely. Wait for his tyres to come up to temper and then he can attack again. And Pessy's got the lead. It's already 1.8 seconds up on Shamrock. An interlude is pretty close to Incy here, so in the Ferrari. Oh no, I've said it before. Oh, he's bloody gone wide. I've said it before, but this Ferrari just sounds absolutely amazing. I love the way that the exhaust cracks. Shukar's on the hunt here for Shamrock. So we'll just stick with Shu for a second, just in the BHR Bruce Hale Racing green Bentley with the new livery that came through from an update just not long ago. Yeah, you can definitely, as a race driver, as in Stu's situation right now, you get into that dirty air, and you got to hit the apex points perfect, brake points perfect. When you're sitting in behind someone, it's really difficult. At this moment, what Stu's trying to do is put a little bit of pressure on Shamrock. He's waiting for him to make a mistake. It's a really hard track to pass on. screen race suit on. Just taking it nice and easy around there. Around the cascade, which is good. Just go and have a look down through the field again, see what's going on. Trouble's dropped off a little bit. He's 4 seconds behind. He's 2 seconds behind him, and TT looks like he's putting a bit of pressure on Inter. And now Handy's. And the Bentley's making some moves on Seb. Teammates there. Oh, Seb's just gone wide slightly. No, I wouldn't say that he's let him through. You definitely wouldn't want to let him through going off on the grass, that's for sure. But well done, Andy, for sticking it in there, mate. It's looking hot at the top here, guys. We've got 3 Bentleys. 4 if Fubble's up there, but Pessie's just gone in the pits. So first pit stop. So that's some messages from Burradog just before. Burradog racing the Pro Series last week. And my son Lenny Dog loves Burradog. Even when he's racing against myself, it's Burradog. Except that I know Lenny on his motorbike wants my racing number, so that's a good proud moment. So we've got a bit of pressure here by Stu. It's TT still putting a bit of pressure on. We'll just stick with Stu and Shamrock for a little bit, just to see what transpires. Oh, he's deep in the brakes there. Nicely held up there, Stu. Just dropped off just a fraction. Oh, Shamrock. It's just that bump on the inside there. Coming through Knickerbrook. You've got to be so precise, and if you hit it, it just unsettles the car that much. Bad luck, mate. Just keep your foot down. Just keep putting it in there. TT still put some pressure on into here in the Ferrari. Incy in the Aston Martin. P&L Racing. P&L Next Level Racing. The yellow. Exploded. Ignition controls racing. Now you can just see how coming out of that corner there, Lodge corner, you just get on the gas just a little bit too early, and it absolutely just back end just steps out. There were 49 minutes to go in the race, and I can tell you right now, these guys would have a sweat beads dripping from their foreheads. The absolute fight that you have, especially coming around some of these corners at high speed. Just if you're not buckled into your rig, I'll tell you, just about get thrown out. Psycho in the Audi there. It's not a bad effort. I know JJ has been in the Audi, but he's got a little bit of damage on the front there as well, so he's had a couple little mishaps, but JJ did say that it was difficult to drive the Audi around here, wasn't? Oh, he's keep it off. Oh, he's done. Yep, into the wall. And that's exactly what it is. That right-hander out of Nickelbrook. He's touched that bump a little bit and yeah, he's definitely got some damage. He's struggling to keep it together. I reckon he'll go into the pits here. He'd have to go and do some repairs. Oh, I'll tell you guys, when you spend 14 days practicing and doing your setups and, you know, the time spent, have a little off because you hit a bump and you put it into the wall, and yeah, you spend the next 30 seconds in the pits doing repairs. It's so disheartening. So Big Legs Racing, listen to that BMW. How good does that sound? Lights are on. So this obviously means business. So he's done his first of 2 pit stops, so that means he will drop back into the field there, and he's certainly putting in some good laps. Try and take the undercut. What have we got? Pesky. It's coming up. Oh, it looks like it just missed out on that with Seb, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. Incy and TT looks like this could be the battle on track at the moment. Well, I'll just jump on with Incy for a second. He is in the Aston Martin, so I apologise if you can't hear me because this is a very loud car. That V8, listen to it cracking through the gearbox, just smashing down through the gears, on and off the brakes. Nice exit. Teammates, these guys. So there would certainly be a level of respect there, but at the end of the day, they're still fighting for. Oh yeah, TT's off. So Incy's coming through. Oh, it's been a touch by the looks of it. Saw the car jerk slightly. It's not the sort of thing that you want to have happen. Definitely between teammates. That's unfortunate for TT that has dropped off like that, but I'm a bit of curve for Incy. Oh, it's still close. We'll just stick with these guys for a second. It looks pretty exciting. I'll tell you, I can feel my foot going on the brake every time I see that. I get this natural reaction just to want to put my foot down. Even though I'm just sitting here, having a wine, mind you. Thank you again to Kimbo for getting that for me. Thank you, I love you. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh, he's going to try and make it through the... Nah, oh, yep. Oosh. So close. That was excellent recovery. That could have been nasty. We saw a huge accident with JJ last week in the Pro League, coming around there, just rear-ended it out of the grass and hooked into those, I call them tuck blocks, but basically just sent him helicoptered out into the sand trap there. So lots and lots of damage. Minardi up and exploded. Moving against Bentley. Well, it's close too. Oh, excellent. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, long time listener, first time caller. So if there's any technical things that go on, I sincerely apologise. But looks like Minardi's got a little bit of damage there to the bonnet. and front bumper bar and grille, and oh, spoiler's gone wide there slightly, so wow, through Island Bend, just so close. You hold your breath when you're going through there. When you're this close to someone, you just cannot see those curves, and the fact that Minardi was like, yeah, so you can see just there, lead car, gets wide, goes on the curve, gets untidy, and Minardi's able to go through, so that's a really good effort. So got Pesky on Fubble. So both, this is for position, this between these guys, they've both done their first stops. Yeah, through the cascades there, if you're just a little bit too wide, the track drags you out and you end up fighting it. You've actually got to get right off the throttle for that one, but you see the Pesky's gathered to back up. Well, these guys are they're on it, so not both nice and tight through there. Coming up through Foss's into Nickelbrook exit. So Nickelbrook you guys probably picked it up on it's Cray from last Tuesday, but the apparently in the I think it was the 60s when they were needed to move some trees or something, they used some dynamite to created an explosion, and when the explosion went off, a couple ran out from behind the bushes. Not sure what they were doing, but there was some knickers left on the ground afterwards, and then yeah, Nickelbrook got the corner of Nickelbrook based on the knickers. So the Pesky's keeping it in nice and tight in between. Into Fubble there, so it's a really good effort between these guys, just a clean racing. And Psycho's done both of his pit stops, so he's looking to make up some positions. Oh, who we got there? 3-1. Psycho, I'll put the knockers on him, sorry mate. Yeah, let's look at the rest of the field. It's pretty spread out, so we'll just stick with these guys if that's alright with you. Seems to be where the action is just at the moment. So with Pesky, what he would be trying to do is he'll be trying to set Fubble up. So basically, you know, trying to put pressure on at the same time, trying to see his brake and turn in points. Just waiting for that one opportunity for Fubble to make a little mistake where he can capitalise and drop it down the inside. So certainly don't condone just driving up the inside and dropping it in. I know the temptation is there sometimes to do that, but as a racer we definitely don't like it being done to ourselves, so we try not to do that to others. Well, these guys are doing a fantastic job. So the temperature's dropping down, it's at 27 degrees right now, so the tyres will start to drop off a little bit, and these guys will need to start to manage the way that they turn in and their braking points. So we've still got Stu up in position 1. He hasn't pitted yet in Shamrock, so 13 seconds behind Stu. So after Stu's little incident there, after the first couple of laps, he's been able to claw his way back up into a good position. So well done, Stu. And interlude. GRT racing in position 3. And Incy, it looks like someone's just collected some dust there, so I'm not sure. Might have thrown a bit of some gravel out onto the road, but it doesn't seem to have affected these guys. I just heard Big Les with a big sigh. He's had an off. So of all the hard work of going in and trying to make up some time and have that little off there, you heard it in his voice, just absolute disappointment for you know, lap after lap, do everything right, and then one thing just happens and it unsettles car. The thing is too with this game, you have an off, you go on the grass, it takes a couple of laps for the tyres to come back to their performance, where the window of performance. So yeah, like I said, the realism of this game is just amazing, and just, you know, the amount of stuff that you need to take on board as a driver, it's crazy. But these guys are doing a great job, so well done. It's been pretty clean, but we're just, so Pesky's still putting some pressure on there and trouble. Got Inties, yep. Just jump on board with Stu car for a sec. Where's he coming at? Alright, heading down the lakeside into Island Bend. Doing it comfortably, so whatever pit strategy Stu's taking, it certainly looks like he's going to be going long, and a little bit of in-game comms there between the guys, so good awareness by the guys, and the fact that they're in a party chat or talking like this, it's just you know, shows the professionalism as well. So well done. Blue flags. Oh, I reckon Stu probably had a Jedi Knight moment there, just went out to the dirt a little bit. Put through comfortably, so you can proceed to track on going forward. So well done, Stu. Shamrock, he's just hanging in there. He's just, could be on a different pitch strategy, I'm not sure. Could also have different tyre pressure setups as well. So yeah, it's a big thing. In the Ferrari, still got to do his two stops. Oh, that car looks solid on the road, going around Old Hall corner there, come into Cascade. You just see it's so low, but wouldn't be hitting. Yeah, nice corner. Just hugged the curb in there. Probably going a little bit wide at Shell Oil's corner, but not too bad. It's got no damage, so that's a good thing. Andy, BHR, it's got coming through. It's all got a fresh car as well. Still got to do his two stops, so he's obviously knows what it is that he wants to do. We've got Fubble 6 seconds in behind. Still got Pesky in behind him, so the thing with this track too is when you're driving, you cannot take your eyes off the track. The moment you take your eyes off, you look at something on the screen, you'll be off track. So these guys right now, I can just imagine the pressure that they would be feeling in their rigs right now would just be so intense. TT still done his first stop, still tracking around, no damage on his car, so that's good. Probably needs a bit of a wash, but outside of that looks not too bad at all. Limonadi's in behind him. Still got that little bit of damage at the front end. Big Les was just obviously he's very unhappy with the way the car's performing, unfortunately. So Big Les had a win at Bathurst last week there with Go Away boys. For the joys of ACC, you can have your wins one week and just troubles the next week. Still sounds good. Just love the sound of that BMW. Thanks, Big Les, just for the sound, mate. Appreciate it. Still got the lights on. It obviously means business. Then exploded. It's coming through. He's done his first stop. Bones Lightning. Selby Acoustic Racing. Nice clean exit. Coming down into Old Hall Corner. Nice and deep. As they say, slow in, fast out. It's a tricky corner, that one. Seb. Ferrari. Dazza.
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
2 halfway through the race, guys. Strategy's definitely playing out here. We've certainly got some guys that are just going to take it towards the end. Looks like they'll probably just come in and do a couple of splash and dashes and come out. So not a bad strategy. When you're out the front, the first few cars, it's probably better to do that. When you're mid-pack, it becomes a little bit more of a strategy as to what you do and how you do it. And Psycho, damn! I tell you what, mate, I really apologise. The last time I went on you, you're in that bloody in the grass there. On the same time, I went straight to you. So I don't reckon it is me, but I'll apologise anyway because it just. I'm feeling for you, mate. Just keep it hanging in there. Hang in there, buddy. We've still got this battle going on between these guys. This is nuts that this has been going on for this long. I would not want to be Fubble Trouble right now. To be honest, even in the Pro League, I reckon I would have pulled into the pits just to take that pressure away from myself. And as you can see, he's gone a little bit wide. PC's come past, so that's a good drive. Looks like Fubble's probably net coating a little bit, but nah, he's had an off. Oh, that's disappointing. Well, that hard work, bad luck, mate. That was some good, tough viewing. So. The rest of the field's pretty close, so where have we got Stu Cars going? We might just jump on Stu Car on board for a second. See how he handles this lap. Through Island Bend there, that's just great. Halfway through the race and still being able to hold it tight like that is just amazing. Just shows that when you manage your tyres and you've got clean air, you can just drive the car how you want. You can put it where you want to put it. Now this is a ripping effort by Stu just to keep consistent laps like this. In the Nika book, just let it coast in onto the gas again, dodge that little bump on the left. Coming up behind Fubble, unfortunately Fubble had that issue there, turn 1. I reckon he'll let Stu go by. They're just, it looks like his neck coating, I'll tell you, it's not good. Or just let Stu go wide there a bit. So Stu's last lap was the 1:36, 26 minutes in to go with the race. That's still pretty good times. Yeah, nice lap, Stu. Well done. I've got to say nice things about Stu because he's one of the boss men, so obviously not getting paid to say that, but always good to keep in good books with these guys. The captain of BHR, Gazza, doing a ripping job as well. Great team, like all the other teams. We've got some really good captains, some really good guys in the teams that are just doing an absolutely fantastic job through the series in season 4. There's a lot on the line sometimes, and I know that it can get tough at times, but we hold it together and we're pretty professional, so it's a good thing. It's good to be involved with. It's good fun. Now, unfortunately, we've dropped down to 14 cars. Who have we lost there? Oh, I can't pick it, but Andy, position 4, still got his 2 stops to do, doing a great job. Coming into Shoal's corner. A little bit wide there, but probably appreciate the fact that the track's dropped down at 26 degrees, so certainly makes it a little bit tougher to hold good lines. TT, 11 seconds behind Pesky. So I reckon that this could be, certainly once Shamrock goes into the pits, I reckon that yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he pops out actually. I mean, that car hasn't even got any dirt on it, so that's, looks like it's just been through a car wash. Wow. Yeah, you can hear the guys there talking about pressure loss. It's the tyre temperature, when the track temperature drops off, just the window of operating is that sort of, you know, 27.3, 27.7. As soon as your track temperature drops off, it drops right down, and even into the high 26s. So they can make a massive difference to car performance. And this is one of the great things with this ACC, is the variation in track temps during a race. Definitely something difficult to manage. and set up for as well, because you need to be competitive right from the start. But if you can get it right, as it looks like with some of these guys, like Pesky for instance, they're you'd be on par for a good finishing position by the looks of it. I just want to jump into Stu's head and just find out. Oh, we've got interlude, he's gone into the pits. Just want to find out when Stu's going to be pitting and what his game plan is. He's got some good clear space. All his lines are nice and tight still. He's just touching the curving, so that's good. Just go through the guys, give him a bit of air time. So Enter's just coming out of the pits now. He's dropping down to position 3. Oh, just in front of that TT. I reckon it is. Andy's in the pits. Well, it's going to be tight. Coming through Island Bend, tyres are slightly colder than what they should be. He's held that nicely. So TT's got hot tyres, so he'll be definitely looking to try and get past Interlude in the Games of Racing team colours there. He's gone a little bit wide. Just gathered it up nicely. Yeah, that's a good effort. Well done, nice clean lines. Just got away. Oh, and that one too, got away with that nicely. He must have his car set up a little bit softer just for those bumps on the curve. He's riding the curves nicely in the Ferrari. I know, talking to River last week, he reckoned that some of those bumps were horrendous when you hit him in the Ferrari, so it looks like it's just, TT's gotten a bit wobbly on the exit there, a bit of oversteers, caught it nicely. Pesky's in the pits, he's just completing his second pit stop. Just leaving now, see where he pops out. Anyone coming in behind him? No, it's got some clear space, so that's good. Go back to these guys. Well, he's done well. He's had to come out from the pits with coral tyres. Looks like he's pulling away slightly. Minardi's in the pits. Oh, he's just clipped that curb. You can see how much the car jumps up at the front there. As soon as that happens, it just unsettles the car that much. I can't tell you what it looks like when you're sitting in a rig. The steering wheel's all over the place, so. And then he's just clipped the grass there as well, so. Just needs to tighten up a little bit and just hit his marks and keep his lines nice and tight. So Incy's cracking around in his Aston Martin. He's got Stu car by the looks of it. Maybe coming up behind him. There's probably get the blue flags. Well, that sounds so nice, that car. Look at it, just hugging the corner. And drives straight out. That's just looks amazing. Yeah, he's got that set up nice. it's Andy sitting in behind him, was it? Yep. So Andy's on the hunt. Yes, absolutely he is. Bruce Hale Racing driver Andy's chasing Issy Downs. He's definitely some nice lines through there at high slops, so it's really good. So right now he's probably thinking 3 or 4 corners up the track how he's going to set up into for the pass. At this moment, he just wants to keep putting some pressure on him, and geez, that Bentley just takes those curves unbelievable, doesn't it? Doesn't even pop. So be thinking about what this looks like. He wants to get a good run out of the Druids corner. Might be able to drive down the inside under brakes. This probably needs to be a little bit closer. The Stu car's done his stop, but he's come out in first position still, so that looks good. It's just dropped off a little bit there, Andy. Just hang in there, mate. Just keep your lines. Yeah, no, he's got some nice turn in there. That's really good. Brakes are glowing. There's big. Les looks like he's had another off. Yep, he's going into the pits. No, and quickly too. So a little bit sideways there. Bit of drift work for Les. So he's not very happy at the moment, but I hate to say it, mate, but you are driving a BMW, so as much as I love the sound of that thing, it's just a really tough car to drive. So a splash and dash. So Andy's picked back up again. He's stuck it in behind Incy. Incy'd be feeling it right now. If he's anything like myself, he'd be looking in the mirror about 20 times a lap. I can tell you that all those young people out there watching, that's not what you want to do. Eyes forward. You can see the pressure that Andy's putting on. It's just a little bit of sideways mover there, just trying to block him. Yeah, and look at that. Nice apexes. That Aston Martin just drives away from it. That's just amazing. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide, and he's got a bit of oversteer. Let's check some of these other guys. TT's tracking along. Had a couple of good races with TT in the Project Cars 2 series. One in particular where I just had to defend for like 10 laps. I don't think I slept that night, so that was good fun. Not. Big Les still cruising around in that awesome sounding BMW. Fumble, up into 9th. Yeah, it's a good recovery considering they had a big off there at turn 1. I just feel like maybe could have been net coding. It just looks like his car's jumping around the track a little bit. Just doesn't look natural. Exploded. Nice clean. Position 10. No damage. Not even a bug on the bumper bar. Bones just a little bit off. Just let these boys through. Well done. That's good awareness by Bones. Well done, mate. You know, when the guys are coming through at speed and they've got someone up there, clacker, putting pressure on us, it's good when those guys, you know, give you a little bit of racing room. So good racecraft. We're all here to enjoy the night. At the end of the day, what you don't want to do is upset any of the guys. So. Go down to Seb. Always test those little bumps there. Unsettling. Lights on. Yeah, I like the colours of his helmet. That looks quite effective actually. Deza. we've got 12 minutes to go. I can tell you that a lot can happen in 12 minutes. Still got 14. Still got Nancy's still got to do his pit stop. Pesky's done his, so I reckon that it's going to be close between these guys. Yeah, I can't believe that Bentley just riding those curves. That's just. Oh, I can tell you if I did that in the Porsche last week, I'd be into the fence, smashed. Shamrock 30 seconds behind. So we don't know if these guys, what fuel they're going to put in. I'd say it's probably not much given the amount of time that's left. Inter. Pesky just going through the Island Bend. Shell oil corner. Tyres are squealing. The track's down to 24 degrees, so I have no doubts that there'd be guys right now looking and thinking, what the hell is going on with my tyre temperatures? I just want to, while I've got a couple of minutes, just say a big thank you to Nick from Hey Eight's Cray. Just hooked me up over the last couple of nights just to give me a bit of a hand with getting on and doing some broadcasting. It's the first time I've ever done this. I've got to say that whilst I love being behind the steering wheel, this is actually quite good. Didn't actually think I'd be able to talk this much to myself, but I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing, but so far so good. Thanks to JJ for the opportunity, for letting me have a crack. You know, I'm an older bloke, and I never thought, a few years ago, I've been with Rouge for nearly 3 years now, I never thought I'd actually get into this sort of stuff, but luckily I've got a supportive family that lets me do the stuff that I love, and probably the closest thing to actually racing without it costing a lot of money. So I don't condone drinking and driving. It's certainly not something that you want to do, but I can enjoy a nice glass of red wine whilst I'm chucking a few laps down with these guys. And you know, the guys that we race with week in, week out are a great bunch of people, blokes, and you know, we share information, and we look out for each other, and it's a great, absolutely great league. To be together like this in ACC for 1 year, and to what's turned into, is just absolutely amazing. And you know, pats on the back for the guys behind the scenes that week in, week out put in all the hard work to get it up to where it is today. And you know, JJ grabbed this game when it first came out and ran with it, and he's done an absolutely amazing job. So well done, mate, and thank you. So we've got Shamrock in the pits. Must be just maybe 15 litres possibly. Yeah. This will be interesting where he comes out. Well, it's going to be nice and tight. So Pesky's going to have warm tyres. Yeah, a little bit of a gap there, so that's not too bad. We've still got a shoe car to pit yet. Just stick with Shamrock and Pesky for a second, just to see. Yeah, you can see Shamrock just made a couple little mistakes. Just opens the door, Pesky, just to catch up that little bit, get the slipstream, put a little bit of pressure on. Yes, 7 minutes and 30 seconds of pressure. It definitely gets... Oh! Pesky, so lucky. His heart would have been in his mouth then. I reckon he would have thought, I've lost it. Nah, all good, kept going. Shu's done his pit stop, he's come out. No, still got nice lines there, even after all this time. Track's down to 24 degrees. Yeah, hitting his markers nicely. Well, a little bit of oversteer, but caught it quickly. TT's in there, position 4. It's a really good effort. Well done, mate. Enter, not that far behind TT's. Just got a little bit to catch up, but oh, it looks like TT's gone out of the dirt, so this could be interesting. He hasn't made up much time. Or, I think we got the... Oh, it might have been... yeah, no, that's okay. It's in Andy. Where? Oh, Andy must have dropped off a little bit. So they might have had a different pitch strategy, or Andy's had a little bit of an off. Bubbles is coming down in the first corner. Oh, sorry, up into the last corner. Onto the main straight. Big Les is in behind him. 2 seconds. Position 9. I reckon if they just bump the BOP up on this car, I reckon I'd jump back in it just for the sound. Music to my ears. And you got Minardi coming in for his second stop, so he's the last of the field to do a pit stop. He's just getting a little bit slower there than normal. I'm not sure what's going on there. Might have picked up some damage maybe, I'm not... Oh, he's probably adjusting. Yeah, his bonnet's up, so they're probably going to adjust some timing on that car or something, I reckon. Exploded. So he's just going around nicely, position 11. That car's got no dirt, no damage by the looks of it. That's a good effort. Bones in behind him, so this is for position. We'll have a quick look at this. Oh, just caught the bloody inside curb there. Coming up into Foster's. Hill slops. So you need good corner entry here and set your car up right and you get a good corner exit speed. It's getting around. Yeah, it looks like Minardi. So bonnet looks nice and tidy. It's going to go out. Try and lodge the fastest lap. Nice clean car now. Dazza, good effort, mate. A little bit of damage there on the front, so it looks like you've probably had some contact with a few stationary objects. Still hitting his marks, that's good. We'll just stick with these guys. No, he must have just dropped off a little bit. Pesky. 2 minutes 30, he would absolutely be wanting to make sure that he hits all his turn-in points, all his brake markers on dial, just so they can reel in Shamrock. Pressure down hard on the brake pedal. Yeah, nice exit. Well done, Shamrock. Let's go, guys. This is good viewing. Probably be another couple of laps after this, so there's plenty of opportunity for him to capitalise on a mistake that Shamrock might make. So we've got Bruce Hale Racing, position 1. Selby Acoustic Racing in number 2. And P&L in position 3 with Pesky 1. Yeah, so both, oh, you just see right there that one little mistake. So he's gone to the inside line, he's going to defend. This is how tight it is. So Pesky's done the right thing by just dropping in behind him, just so they can get his turn in. That's very well done, mate. Let's get your drive.
Alright, man, the leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
We'll just stick with these guys. I know Shoe's in front there. Just don't want to miss this opportunity. It's really tight at the moment. These guys will absolutely just be pushing hard. You can just see, like, the defence. Oh, so close. It's probably a little touch there, I'm not sure. It's why Bessie's dropped off. Yeah, this is brilliant between these guys. This is the sort of racing that we want to watch. Absolutely, it's just amazing. Just nice and tight. Nice close racing. Clean cars. Oof, Seb just off there a little bit, just settling. Through Island Bend, coming to Shallow corner. I'll cross the shoe in a minute. It's about to cross over the finish line soon. I reckon these guys, anything could happen in these next couple of corners. It's got to get it nice and clean. If you get it wrong, it unsettles. Both of them are through quite nicely. We've got Stu Car coming up. Last corner. Well done, Stu. BHR Racing. It's an excellent effort. Flashing the lights.
The leader has finished the race.
I know Josie doesn't like that, but I like flashing my lights, and it's always to celebrate something. So, well done, Stu. Shamrock. It's got Pesky there. This is close racing. This is what we pay to come and watch. Oh, he's in nice and deep. Boys, both got good exits. Absolutely brilliant drive by both guys. Well done. Well done to Shamrock and Pesky. That was a great effort, guys. Well done. TT, position 4. Fair bit of rubber on the side of that car, so he's certainly been driving it hard. Good effort in position 4. That's where I finished last week. I've got to tell you, position 4 is a good position. Felt like first position for me. And Inter coming through in the Ferrari, flashing the lights. Incy. Position 6. Good effort. Great sounding car. Andy, BAHR Racing. Well done, mate. Good effort. Bubbles in the pips. Position 8, Big Les Racing. 9, Bones 10, Exploded 11, Seb 12. Daz 13, and Minardi 14, and Psycho 15. Well, guys, that was excellent. I've got to say, thank you to Ruse community for allowing me to do this tonight. It actually just gives you a whole nother level of appreciation for what goes on track. So thank you very much. Thank you to JJ. Thanks to Nick for the help. And well done, guys. That was a really good effort. Well done, Stu, Shamrock, and Pesky, position 1, 2, and 3. And look forward to catching up with you guys in the next round. So signing off. Thank you.